Okay, and first of all, a very grateful thank you to the San Diego Trauma Informed Guide team for making this possible. Very quickly, our plan A was going to be to show the movie Resilience, to invite people to our church, which is in City Heights, to have a community event where we could, lift up what trauma informed means, talk about ways of becoming more resilient, doing some self-care things. We were going to have Brianda and Louise and the community yoga come and do some activities with us. We had ideas about how this could, play out. And right before I typed that application into the computer, the pandemic hit. Pastor Sarah of our church said, how about instead of a virtual something with the community or an in-person thing, who knows when, let's do something now that will meet the needs of the kids, meet the needs of the students. So I'm going to do some reading from our application.
Were you able to fix that?
So our project was Restorative Circles in a Pandemic, providing support for children and youth in need. And the goal was to reduce the, pardon? Okay, to reduce the stresses and increase the sense of well-being and skills needed to thrive in this time of pandemic, students would feel supported and connected both by their peers and the adults involved. When students are again face-to-face, they will experience enhanced relationships. So in this time of pandemic, we were striving to come up with creative ways in which to reach and support our children and youth. And I wanted to highlight two ways in which our goals and our activities aligned with the strategic action goals of the Trauma Informed Guide team. This was strengthen the capacity of the San Diego Trauma Informed Guide team to promote resilience and prevent and reduce ACEs, and build capacity of the San Diego Trauma Informed Guide team to integrate family, youth, and resident voice when shaping programs and policy. And I need to do a shout out of appreciation to Dana for helping me figure out how to best express this. The restorative circles address trauma and promote resilience. In a pandemic, children and youth are affected greatly. The opportunity to connect with them via Zoom will teach them skills and enhance their well-being. Conversely, what we learn from the authentic voices of the children and youth will influence actions that can be taken in the future to support our children and youth. And we were actually hoping to work through one of the Peace Promotion Momentum Team committees. We're on a plan B with that group, but we are hoping that this will be getting out there in a number of ways to the district and other places, and more about that later. Thank you so much. Okay, and Bree, I think that you are up next. I've got our little agenda here.
Yes.
Bree, are you there, dear?
Yes. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me well?
Oops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Bree has the video ready to go, and
Well, I think I can.
There
do
you
that.
are.
Yeah. So Brianda, whenever you want me to share screen and click on Louise's video, I've got it up and ready to go.
Awesome. I just want to say thank you again. This was such a wonderful experience. I'm very grateful for this. It was such a healing process for me, as I felt like it was for the kids. So I'm really excited to show you guys what we have, what we did. And it just came together so wonderfully, working with Linda's songs and Luisa's creativity and mine. We were just, it just works. It just synchronized so nicely. And I am looking forward to doing more of these. So we can go ahead and get started with
Okay.
Louise's video. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, it's Louise here, and I want to extend my gratitude to.
Sorry.
Hi, it's Louise here, and I want to extend my gratitude to the San Diego Trauma Informed Guide Team, to Linda Williams and Brianda Vargas. Together with the San Diego Trauma Informed Guide Team mini grant, we co-created a really neat opportunity for a local elementary school, Rowan Elementary. So Linda is a very active volunteer at this school. So she had been in communication with the principal and the teachers. And after the COVID-19 pandemic sent everyone off into distance learning, Linda really wanted to come up with a way to help the students stay connected during the summer months. So she and us together had this idea of hosting community connecting circles virtually on Zoom for any students or parents at Rowan Elementary that wanted to stay connected with their peers in their community. Linda has a fabulous repertoire of resources and music that she has created. So we used a number of Linda's songs to theme our circles. So we started out, it was a series of 5 circles, and we started out with the theme of getting to know you. And Linda actually has an original written song called Getting to Know You. And then we went on with themes like lemons into lemonade, which Linda also has a song about, dealing with feelings, where Linda also was able to share a resource that she created for young people to identify and cope with their feelings during this time of social distancing. Our next circle was themed around the song It's Okay to Feel, and we explored the window of tolerance and had the students really talk to us about how they feel in their bodies when they're experiencing different emotions. And then our last session together was really about mindfulness and taking in little bits of beauty and seeing the complexity in simple things and the beauty in simple things. Each circle contained a check-in where the students and families were able to tell us how they were feeling right then. We played a number of community connecting games, and Brianda led us all in yoga and mindfulness to wrap out every section. It was truly an honor and a very cool and unique experience. And I'm just so grateful to the San Diego Trauma Informed Guide Team, to Linda and to Bree for having a vision and then seeing this through. So very grateful to be a part of it. And I look forward to seeing what's going to happen out of all the other cool mini grants that have been awarded. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So beautiful, right? So Brianda and Linda, would you be so kind to read, Brianda, I cried reading the email that Linda forwarded. Would you feel it okay?
Oh my
reading?
gosh.
And also what Principal Nicole Weber wrote, would that be okay to share those?
Yes, I do have them in my presentation. Do you want me to share them right now, or would you like me to bring them up later?
Do you want me to make you host and you
Yeah, if I can
share screen?
that would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So would it be okay for you to do you want me to read them right now, or would you like to?
So you should be able to share screen now,
Okay.
and however you want to do it is perfect.
Okay, so I will be sharing that with you shortly.
Okay, and I can go ahead while you're doing your clicking. The song that we started out with is called You'll Really Like Me. And we figured out this was the best way for you to hear the audio. Crossing fingers, here goes. Okay, so
Yes.
that was our first song.
So that was
And,
our, thank you, Linda.
okay, thank you, Bree.
Awesome. So that was our first song that we played. I just want to take you guys really quick through our flyer. This is a pilot program and it went so beautifully. I am so grateful for it. There's always room for improvement, so we welcome comments. This was our signing sheet for our Rowan community circles. It felt very supported from the beginning, with the principal working with us, and the parents being excited about it. So we have like some goals here, and explorations and strategies to support the kids, like Linda said, throughout the summer. Thank you again. And like Louise said, our circles had like a format. We had, oh, let me actually go into presentation mode. Sorry, guys. There we go. It's loading. Beautiful. So these were some of the agreements that we had each circle. We also gave space for students to come up with their own if they wished to. You guys all heard a little bit about little bits and pieces, and all these circles were inspired by Linda's song, which is really awesome to have her such a gift. Our first icebreaker with this song was I Love My Squad, and this exercise helps people, or the kiddos, see what we have in common. So they would all black out their screens, and when it was time to share, one of them would ask, like, would say, I love my squad who wears glasses. And so everybody that wore glasses had to come back to the screen. So you get to see who was like you, and we play that. That was really fun for one of our circles, the first circle. We had questions first, checking in how they were. We played it, we asked in different ways so that they can do it with the sound or with the movement. They didn't have to say like an actual feeling. And then we talked about their vision for the circles and what their expectations, which was getting to know each other. And that was really cool, the way that played out. We'd always check out with another question, also asking them, kind of tuning in of how they were. And this is a picture of us doing yoga, which we had a lot of fun. And you can see here that there's somebody in the car. So even though he was in the car, he was participating. So it's really fun to see them. And it's also really fun to see the little siblings pop in and out of the pictures, and trying yoga as well. We gave them an exit ticket. For this one, it was Two Truth and a Wish, and I will be talking a little bit more about it. That was their homework. Lemons into Lemonade. Would you like to play a little bit of on this
Sure.
song, Linda?
And I hope everybody's able to hear this.
We could hear the last one, Linda.
Good.
I can turn lemons into lemonade. You can turn lemons into lemonade. We all can turn lemons into lemonade. So let's turn lemons into lemonade. Sometimes life happens a lemon. We don't like it always come our way. We may feel we've no control over what's gonna be. It may seem we don't even have a say. It's best to sit right down and figure out what can we change and what cannot. And accept and make the best of what we cannot change. And work hard to change what we can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. So the songs are so rich in content, and they fell together, like I said, with the guiding questions and then in our themes for the classes, which was very sweet. We also translated the words in Spanish so that if we had any Spanish speaking parents that didn't understand, they can also check out that. And Two Wishes and a Dare is another fun game that we play with the kids for them to know each other a little bit more. It's two things that it's real about themselves, and then they had to share one thing that they wish that they had or that they did, and the other teams would have to guess which is the wish and which were the truth. And that was a really awesome game as well. We asked questions about, I think this was around the time where all the Black Lives Matter movement started popping up, and I think this went really well with it, also giving them ways to explore and add different feelings here, visual of like happy, and the things that can be described as happy, sometimes we don't have words for our feelings, so we added a few more here: loved, calm, excited. And the question for this one was, what does respect mean to you, and how does it feel when you're respected? We thought that that was appropriate based on the climate that we were in and we continue to be in, of course. But that's that circle. Again, always like how you're feeling. And then exit ticket, we did a couple of show and tells. And would you like to share this song, Dealing with Feelings, as we get deeper?
Sure. And I will have to say, this one is not studio recorded, but I hope you still enjoy it. You have the lyrics? There we go.
I will respect and own them, they're a special part of me. I'm honest with myself about how I feel and why. 'Cause dealing with my feelings is important for healthy life. But sometimes I don't understand just what it is I feel. So I look inside myself and see if I can puzzle it out. Often special people can help me talk it out. Sometimes I draw a paint or write about what I feel. And it helps when I can call my feelings by name. That helps me deal with it. Maybe it's anger. So angry I can just explain.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Yeah, so then we do our show and tell. The song is a really fun way to introduce this. I feel like can be very deep topics but very necessary in our social emotional, especially the climate in which we're in right now. And this is a tool sheet of tools of how to deal with our feelings. Linda, would you like to expand on it?
Sure. This was something actually that, thanks to Dana's help, this was shared earlier, but we can and will certainly share it again. It's a one-page resource that has hyperlinks and, dealing with feelings, especially in the challenging times, identifying them, talking about your feelings, writing about them, drawing about them, getting exercise, doing relaxing, deep breathing, visualizing, having green time, getting outside, and last but not least, music, and many ways that music can be helpful, and listening to it, dancing to it, exercising to it, singing, playing, writing your own songs. And I think on the next sheet you have, breathe for the next page.
We have
At any
the
rate,
links
it
of
gives the hyperlink. There we go. At the bottom of the page there, you see the hyperlinks for the songs that we have been sharing. And it also has hyperlinks for the formatted PDFs of the lyrics. And I can let you all know when the CDs are available. Don't hold your breath, but hopefully sooner rather than later. At any rate, and this one-page resource is, of course, available to share throughout the universe, hoping that it will be a blessing. Go for it, Bree.
Thank you. Yeah, and this is where we start digging a little bit deeper into the emotions and the feelings of, like, how does it feel to be embarrassed, angry, disappointed, sad? And also, because we already gave them the tool box, I allow them to brainstorm what would work for them or what has worked in the past for them. And like she said, we share the downloads of the song so they can have it. And now it's okay to feel. This was our
Great.
fourth circle.
And that's one of the concepts is that even if you've heard someone tell you, oh, you shouldn't feel that way, don't be angry, don't be embarrassed, that it's possible that the person who was saying that just wasn't quite sure how they were going to be able to deal with your feelings, or they may have been concerned that you might make some choices that might be the most wonderful ones while you're experiencing those feelings. But yes, it is okay to feel whatever you are feeling. Okay, here we go.
Oh, it's okay to feel angry, and it's okay to feel sad, and it's okay to feel scared or jealous or blue, but it's not okay to hurt someone because of how you feel. Oh no, it's not okay to hurt someone because of how you feel. When I used to feel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I feel like they're so rich in content. The songs, again, we translate them in Spanish. We did a little bit of show and tell. Again, dealing with feelings. If we're popping the feelings, we're giving them, reminding them the tools that they have. And this is something, as we're dealing with the feelings of anger and the feelings of sad, we wanted to share a good visual with the kiddos. This is something inspired by like the window of tolerance, but in a child's version is the rainbow of tolerance. Here you see the rainbow that's like when you're happy, when you're learning, when you're able to listen. And then, you know, there's always that shutdown mode, like I'm really sad, I don't want to do anything, something happened. And then also like that other blow up, I'm really mad, I want to explode, you know. And being able from two different ends of like not feeling okay, but focusing on like it's okay that these things happen, like it's normal. But how do we make that learning and that rainbow wider or like bigger, and spend less time in the shutdown cloud or in the blowout cloud? So here we explore deeper. Where do you feel anger in your body? So exploring the body and the mind and the emotions connection. Again, I'm allowing them to explore more different words to express their feelings. Where in your body you feel sad, and then also what tools can you use to get back on the rainbow, right? And then happy, and what makes you happy, and how does happy feel in the body? Yeah, again, we shared the lyrics multiple times, and this was our last circle, which was also very special. Linda, would you like to play the song?
Sure. And this is helping, encouraging the kids to be able to richly experience whatever they are, wherever they are, whatever they're doing, and have boredom be a stranger.
I see little bits of beauty everywhere. I chance to rest my eyes. All the wonders that surround me never cease to delight and surprise me. I don't need flashy thrills or big things to impress or entertain me all the time. When I notice and appreciate the beauty all around me, I do find. Notice and appreciate little bits of beauty
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And like she said, it was about appreciating and being more mindful of the little things in life. And we had an excellent game to pair that with with. I don't know if you guys have ever played Gift Exchange, but it's a really awesome game where kids are able to use their imagination and also connect at a different level. And you can get so much out of just this experience. So each individual will pick um, a person to give a gift to. So you just act like if you're giving a gift through the screen, and then the person that receives it, receives the gift, but they could pick like how the wrap is wrapped, if it was a box, if it was a bag, and they could pick what their gift, like what is it that you most wanted in life, that's what you're getting. So we got to see like, oh, I wanted a skateboard and you gave me a skateboard, yay, like, so we get to explore a little bit more in a fun way of what they like and what they what they like and what they are like, who they are. And we led a little exercise here. Linda led an exercise of making a little square with your hand and like looking through that square and finding like a little piece of texture or like a spot and really, really taking it in and appreciating that space, that texture, or whatever they chose. So we actually had a little dance out here to kind of celebrate our last circle. We asked them what they liked about it and what they were looking forward for this summer. And I was hoping to share a mindfulness moment with you guys, but it is getting closer to our ending time. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the presentation. If you folks are up for it and we can be flexible, then I could try it a little bit afterwards. So because
you read my mind too.
Yeah. Because I do want to share the comment of Principal Nicole Weber. This is what she said. I'm incredibly grateful for the Rowan School to Summer Community Circle, the bridge that it gave some of our students from a somewhat structured day with their teachers during the COVID quarantine to summer break, and no regular outside positive connections was of such benefit. The love and the connections this opportunity gave families was extremely appreciated. Much gratitude. So we are very, very thankful for her kind words. And this was from a teacher also that was able to experience the circles. As far as the restorative circles, here's what is sitting on my heart at the moment. This is such a difficult time for the world. Our social emotional well-being is being compromised, especially for the little ones. This is the connections they have at school. Miss the connections they have at school. They miss the personal relationships. They miss the hugs, the high fives from the teachers and friends. Luckily, we were able to continue to build and grow our sense of community through circles, even online. I was so blessed to be a part of a small group circle that happened over the summer. I loved watching them light up to see their peers, even if it was online. I think it is very important to continue to nourish our children with these restorative circles. In my own class, we are dedicated 30 minutes a day to their social emotional learning. My hope is that our class with the stronger together because of it. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity over the summer. And that was Malin Burke. Yes, and I do think it's really important for us to do our social emotional work, and I love this work. So I am the executive director of Community Yoga and Mindfulness, and it's a nonprofit dedicated to teach trauma-informed yoga here in City Heights. And we have actually received a grant which we want to allocate $2,000 of serving San Diego Unified School District. And that could look like offering 4 different circles, 1-hour circles, and we can run 5 circles, running for 5 weeks, sorry. We're hoping to expand also to Clark Middle School so we can continue serving Rowan Elementary. And the way that we allocate this money, of course, is very flexible, but that's where we're heading. We're looking forward to. For the circles that we had during Rowan Elementary, Louise Metler was the co-facilitator. I was the co-facilitator, and Linda, we did this together. But for this one, Louise will be, from now on, like to continue the other circles, Giselle is going to be stepping in instead of Louise. And Giselle is a great circle keeper. She is also a trauma-informed youth and children yoga teacher, and she's very skillful. So I'm really happy that she's joining our team. Here's our information in case you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments. They're all welcome. And Giselle's joining us here today too, if you want to say hi.
Yes,
Giselle.
and I would like to just say that the fact that Brianda and Giselle can present these circles in English and or Spanish, and bring in parents who are maybe only Spanish speakers, kids who might be bilingual, whatever the mix is, they will be able to serve their needs. And so I'm just very excited to have everybody, capture their contact information and see how you might be able to take advantage of the blessings that they offer. Thank you.
So Brianda, would you be so kind as to stop share so we can see everybody's faces and engage together and invite folks to share your hearts on, I was so profoundly uplifted with the thoughtfulness, with the cultural responsibility and responsiveness, with having it in English and Spanish, I've never seen the child one with the rainbow, and I've never seen that before. So the shared learning opportunities, the engagement, such a thoughtful process that you did, and it's like a best practice that, can we have that PowerPoint? Can we post it on ACES Connection and share it with all our members and visitors and expand it out in a broader reach? Because, a sweet thing about Principal Nicole Weber, I was sharing with Linda, she's my youngest daughter's first grade teacher from Tiarsana Elementary. So sweet that Principal Weber is at Rowan. But let's open it up to folks, and just please unmute yourself and share your hearts. What were you feeling with this wonderful highlight of a community mini grant awardee?
Am I unmuted? What a creative way to fill the gap that was so needed during this COVID time for these kids who, the principal said it, they're going from kind of structure of virtual school to like no structure, parents stressed. So just a really thoughtful way to make lemons out of lemonade, ladies. And Brianda, I messaged you my email because I'm taking minutes. So maybe you can, if it's okay for us to post the presentation with the meeting minutes, but you have pictures of kids in there. So I don't know if you have permission. So I'm just asking. But
we
awesome.
did get permission
Cool.
to
Good.
share.
And maybe if you would be more comfortable seeing that permission that was granted in writing, we can figure that out. But yes, it would be awesome to share this far and wide.
I trust you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's amazing. I loved it.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to share your heart? How are you feeling?
I'll share. I just was blown away as well that I know that social emotional connection is so important for young people. Music is so powerful. So I know, Linda, you know this already, and just to see the impact. And I just wanted to repeat what others said, that this is a beautiful way not to build just connection with the kids, but with the parents. Because it is a community. They also are experiencing their own social emotional challenges. I know I did with your kids' distance learning. So I think this was a gift, not only for the kids, but also for the families. So thank you for just the hard work and the good thinking and the planning that went into this. This really is evident that a lot of love went into this as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely a lot of love. I felt very divinely guided for some reason.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
Thank you. Boy, you've set quite a raise the bar on all the other 18 community mini grant awardee shout-outs. So thoughtful. It's just gorgeous what all of you co-created, and for the children to have such an opportunity to learn and share and engage in a fun way that really was skill building. It's just exceptional what you did. It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
And it was teamwork, and it was also thanks to all your energy. I felt like the love was there. So it is very
Yeah.
rewarding.
So Brianda, Brittany would like, she's with the YMCA and she would like to connect with you. Can you please, if you don't mind, would you please put your contact information in the chat box for any others? And then if you do have permission and we trust, Linda and you with the children having media release forms at Rowan, because if it's okay, I'd also like to post the slide deck on ACEs in Education, on ACEs Connection, and that'll go out across the nation and world, really, to probably over 2,500 people.
Let's do connect about that. Great. Oh, and a very quick note. This was an aha for me. We had a parent who said, "Oh, yoga? No thanks." Religious concerns about that. So calling it mindful movement might be something that would make it available to more kiddos and more families that might not otherwise be blessed by it.
That's a good idea, Linda. We call it stretching, but really it's yoga. But mindful movement is a lot more descriptive. I'm going to pass that on.
I love that term. I love that term that they came up with.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. I'm going to take us off recording, and I will share that with Brianda, Giselle, Linda, and Louise following, and Pam
Thank
for
you.
that too.